These homes is an example of what the government of the Bahamas thinks about its people. This is an example, and I'll show you at the end of the video. There's the power of the video again. These are 7 years in the making. This is something that's supposed to take less than a year under both government, the PLP and the FNM. This is what they think of the people that elected them. Mind you, the people are gracious. Somebody would say something is better than nothing. But if you put people in there to govern you, shouldn't they do better? Shouldn't they want more for you? That is why Kai Mills wanted to be elected, to show the Bahamian people to stop accepting less. When you're in the country of more, you deserve more. You ain't deserve what they're doing to you and what you're getting. This is the Bahamas we live in. The last time I did a video over here, neither one of these hosts was started. As a matter of fact, they were started. The PLP government came in, they started, they went out of power. The FNM government came in 2 years and nothing was started until I did the video. And when I say I want more for the Bahamian people, you see all this stuff right here, it's tearing off. That's so long. This is a 7-year process, and this is what we're getting to 7 years later. And what angers me as an Abaconian, first of all, they take all the topsoil that you could plant your stuff with, and they rake it off and put it in just throw it away. And that is not the bad part. As you can see in this hole here, this is an 8-year process that nothing has been done to this one. 8 years of nothing. This is the people's money. And these places used to be called a low-cost home. They're not no low-cost home because the government is acting as a mortgage on a realtor, and they taxing the Bahamian people too much for what should be a low-cost home. It is definitely no more low-cost because just about everybody that got them in the beginning have already lost them. But this is the part that hurts Kai. We're in Abaco. If you give everybody in Abaco, every Bahamian in Abaco, 200 acres, 200 acres, every Abaconian, there will be 3/4 of the land still remaining. And the government of the Bahamas give people a house you could piss from one to the next. If somebody screaming this one, you could hear in that. If you flush your toilet in this one, it bubbles over here. You see the same line? You flush your toilet here, you're gonna feel the ripple effect over here. Why couldn't the government, not only FNM, you know, this one happened under the PLP. Yuba don't started there, Yuba started it. These are the Yuba New England ones on that side. Why couldn't you give the Bahamian people more land? You know why they don't want you to get more land and to be more comfortable? Everybody in Abaco, we know about fruit trees, mango trees, melon wine, potato. You can't do none of that here. This is supposed to be your single biggest investment. And you could piss from one to the next. You could spit from one house to the next. How could that be? And they saying they're helping Bahamians. This is a replica a duplicate of the mud. Only thing they knew. But the same concept, you could jump from one Haitian house to the next. And this is what they call the people's time. And every time I do this that somebody will be educated and somebody will learn that this is not the way you treat the people that elected you. Lil James, this is not the way it's supposed to be. And the price that they're charging for these places is ridiculous. It throws out the room long time low cost. This is a burden. A 25-year burden. Low cost home shouldn't take 20 to 25 years to pay for. But that's what's happening here. And you got no property, you got no privacy, you got no nothing but somewhere different. You're just in a different setting. Some people are graceful and gracious and appreciative, but you're appreciative of your own things. The government's supposed to provide these things that you could really expand and pass it down from generation to generation. Before you finish paying for these, you'll be dead. Ain't nothing to pass, dead and rotten, gone. That, look all the land back there. Look all that land back there. You could farm, nothing. They give you one little square, almost the size of your cemetery. And so much land. Why are they all jam up? Everybody got to know who coming and going. No privacy. This place ain't no privacy. Only privacy when you shut the door. But other than that, look at the little land in the back of there. Can't even plant nothing. And I could go on and on and on because it is hateful and it's hurtful how the Bahamian people is being treated. They give Abaco Club 350 acres. Kai was there. They give Bakers Bay an additional 220 acres. Kai was there. But look what they give the Bahamians. They give it to them. And they sold it. But we, the Bahamians, they ain't give us nothing. We gotta pay for this. Let me see if I can get that right one more time. This is a 25-year loan, lease. This right here, 25 years. You gotta pay for this. All this land right here. But you go to the Abaco Club, they give them 350 acres. You go to Bakers Bay, they give them 220 acres. And the land is selling for $3.5 million per lot. You can get 4 lots of the property that they sell in Bakers Bay. F&M ain't no better than PLP. That is why when you pick the list of both evil, you still got evil. How can the Bahamian people not pick evil? Eliminating F&M and PLP. 7 years, somebody is finally waking up. They're trying to redo it. Those woods need to be moved. They're going to finish. But they're going to cover right over them, and you're going to have the termites and all the rest of the garbage that goes with it. As a matter of fact, see what they're doing here to try to eliminate. Somebody's going to be in trouble right here on buying this one because the wood is already rotten. Let me get a close up and personal. The wood is already rotten here. This wood is finished. All that is finished after 7 years of not treated. But somebody going to buy into that and get in trouble with termites, rat, roach, all kind of things going to infest that. But they're going to sell it to a Bahamian person and they're going to struggle to try to stop it from leaking. All the rat, the termites, and the roach. That's what the Bahamas government thinks about Bahamian people. They give all the foreigners, not any kind of foreigners, you know. You got to be of a certain pigmentation in order to get those lucrative property. But here in the Bahamas, we are the only people that can't get nothing. The Haitians squat in the mud until they could afford to move and get bigger house. They didn't have to pay for the land. No electricity, no water, for 10, 15 years. They're still there. And now they're passing those old properties down to the next generations. When Bahamians cannot squat nowhere, we have to turn. So again, all foreigners benefit more from this country than any Bahamians. I've seen it, and I just shake my head. Lord, Lord, when are you gonna raise up somebody, Lord, that gonna think Bahamian first, not bringing foreigners for 2 weeks to work and take Bahamians' work when we have so little and no leadership. Kai cares. That's why I stop in my busy schedule in Spring City to do this video to show the world. This is what the Bahamas government, you could run and jump on either one of them straight down the line. It reminds me of Owen, Illinois, when the Keene farm down in White Sound and Black Sound, that's the way it used to be. And that was 50 years ago. They had the same concept. The workers would live like this. And I just thought about that in the same place, the sugar plantation. They had the same concept. And 50 years later, the FNM and the PLP government brought the same concept. You could jump from one to next. No privacy, no land to expand, nothing to grow. That is what the government of the Bahamas think about us. Kai cares. That's why I'm sending this out to y'all. Maybe we'll raise up some leader someday that put Bahamian first. You ask yourself, what's going on at the House Assembly now? What went on the House Assembly in 5 years with the PLP? Which legislation has been passed to make Bahamian life better? They do not do no legislation to better the life of the Bahamians. They do it to appease the foreigners, not Bahamians. That is why that Brexit deal in England is such a bad deal. And it's the same thing that Shivago Lang trying to juke and jam and shove and push down the throats of Bahamians and don't give a hell about Bahamians because he believes it's the smartest thing ever come from woman. Don't care at all just about their salary. That why the Bahamas gonna fail and fail miserably because we have miserable people running our country. Kai Case, coming from the heart in Spring City. This is unacceptable. If Kai Mills was the MP, I'll give these garbage away. Just give them away, give them away. You all give more than that away in Bakers Bay and Abaco Club. Give these people these property. Ain't your land, ain't your money, it's the Bahamian people. Stop putting them further in poverty with these garbage hosts. Kai Case.